All right, if you're late in, just grab yourself. All right, morning everybody. Welcome to the last official day of July, really. I mean, Sunday doesn't count, does it? Today's definitely the last development seminar of July, and so I'm very happy to have you all here. Month end is always a little bit like the graveyard shift. Everybody's been paid, so it's kind of Pooza Thursday from Monday to Friday in the last week. We always see it in the numbers, and so I'm very happy to have such a full room on the Saturday morning. We're going to be talking this morning about what I think is arguably one of the most sort of exciting topics as a new wealth engineer. We have developed over the last year now. In fact, we started developing DuePoint on the 1st of August last year, if you can believe it. So on Monday, we are officially 1 year since we started the development of DuePoint. And in the last year, we've developed a whole array of tools that not everybody sees kind of as they become a wealth engineer. They're not immediately apparent. And so the purpose of this morning is for me to make it very apparent to you the entire toolkit that you have as a wealth engineer at DuePoint. And remember, you get it all free of charge. You get it for the cost of your product. All of this is just included for you, and you have full access to it at any point in time. So we're quite proud of it. We've worked really hard on it, and we felt like from the beginning we've never wanted to fail on any of the promises we've given, and we've tried to deliver on every single one. I mean, so far I think we're winning. There's sometimes you lose, but so far we're winning. And this morning I want to go through those tools. Now, for those of you who are not so internet savvy, again, this morning is an opportunity for me to reveal to you what we have online, because you might not yet have discovered it. Okay, and hopefully after today, you'll go and start your journey of becoming internet savvy. You have to. It's 21st century. Everything is going to be attached to the internet very, very shortly. I read this very interesting article this week about how just at the end of the 1990s, if you interviewed a group of people, 9 out of 10 people would flat out reject any use of the internet. 9 out of 10 people. This was just 2 decades ago. People would have said to you, I don't want it, it's rubbish, it doesn't affect my life, I can't see how it will be useful. That was just 2 decades ago. Now, we cannot even live for a minute without the internet. It's absolutely remarkable. And so, I mean, there's all sorts of exciting stuff coming, like blockchain and all sorts of things like that. So keep your eyes posted, and if you can, get yourself plugged into this technology. It is the technology of the future. We're never going to be able to avoid it. It's like going from horse and carriage to motor cars. It's unavoidable. All right, so this morning, we're going to be talking about plugging yourself into the DuePoint system. We've created an entire system, an entire toolbox, and the toolbox is designed to lead to your success. What do I always say when I talk to new wealth engineers? I always say to you, within 90 days, you will tell me that this business does not work. That's what you'll tell me. And it'll usually be because you haven't plugged yourself into the system. You've come in and said, wow, this is an awesome idea. I know how to do it better than all these people who have spent years doing it. I know how to do it better than them. I've got this new idea, and I'm going to apply it, and it's going to just outrun everybody to this point in time. Bad news is, no, the system has in fact been around now for about 70 years. Direct selling and network marketing is about 70 years old. That means that generations of people have worked out the system. Generations. You're not going to be able to outdo them. Take the system that's in place and just use it. Just use it and you will succeed. And that's what we're going to be talking about this morning. So, first of all, let's talk about what's in the toolbox. Here's the entire array that we're going to go through this morning. Obviously, the website. This is your portal to everything at DuePoint. If you don't spend at least once a day on our website, you are not plugged into the DuePoint system, okay? The second thing is your dashboard. Lynette said it at the last Tell All Tuesday. Step number 1 in the XP Rewards program, log in every day. That's it. How do you know what's going on in your channel if you haven't looked at your dashboard at least once a day? It's changing every 24 hours. Midnight, every night, it updates. You should be watching that dashboard. Live stream. You can watch what's happening in your channel all day long on your phone, especially if you've got the app, which we'll talk to in a minute. your My Account section. There is so much information there that you should be using at least on a monthly basis. It's statements and all sorts of things that is now available to you. The XP Rewards program. How many times I talk to wealth engineers who are new, when I say new, within the first 90 days, you're new at least for 3 months. And I talk to them and I go, so, have you been looking at the XP Rewards program? No, I've never looked at it. Have you done this step? Never heard of that step. Where are you? Are you ranking up this month? I don't know. And I'm just like, wow, guys. This page here, this whole XP Rewards menu, so important. You should have memorized it within the first week of becoming a wealth engineer, because from there is your whole path to success with all the rewards along the way. And there's such amazing rewards that are coming along in the XP Rewards program. Then we've got our events page, okay? The events. Book for the events. We're finding less and less people have booked for the events. We had 10 people booked for the dev seminar this morning. There's 60 of you sitting in the room. Where were the other 50 of you? Why didn't you book? And, now we get to the point where we have to guess what sort of accommodation we should be preparing for you because you're not booking, okay? But not only the booking, here is your calendar for the rest of the year. We're going to look at that later. There's the calendar. What's live stream? Well, there's live stream, little knobbies on it. I'll show you later as well. Our DuePoint app, live and in living color, okay, in full color. Have you downloaded it yet? Is it on your phone? It works much faster than the website on your cell phone, and it has everything that the website does. Everything. I'm going to show you a little bit later. Then all of our communication and special events, okay? We've got Tell All Tuesdays, Throwdown Thursdays. We've got development seminars. We've got new suppliers. We've got wealth quests. Are you looking at the emails? Some of you, yes. Some of you, no. I'll ask you, did you see yesterday's email? Yeah, okay. That was 1 there and 3 here. That's good. Okay, this corner here, nothing. Okay. Now, I ask that question often to people. I go, yeah. And I go, okay, did you see what we're doing? Yeah, that thing. Yeah, no, I saw that thing. Yeah. And I'm like, you didn't look at the email. I'm not sending the email because I feel like it. I'm sending it to you because it's that and SMS is my only 2 lines of communication with you. And we got lots of really exciting stuff that's coming out. Tomorrow, check your email. Check it, okay? Tomorrow. Very exciting stuff that is coming out. We're 6 months old tomorrow. We've got a little special thing coming out on our 6-month anniversary, okay? Then we've got our SMS communication, all right? This is my direct communication to you and your channel. You know what's really awesome about it? It is free to you. It costs me about 50 grand a month in SMSs. You get it for free, and I get to communicate to your whole channel. So you don't have to remind your channel about anything. You don't have to, because I'm doing it for you, okay? Special events, book now, do this. I'll give it to you for free. Otherwise, you would have to be WhatsApping or SMSing your channel. We do it for you for free. Then, of course, we've got our training channel menu, okay? Most people have never seen it, never heard about it, didn't know it was there. This is like 19 out of 20 people that I speak to. I go, have you watched our training videos? No, I think I saw one. You think you saw one? Where are they? I don't know. Guys, I'm going to show you right now where they are on the website. We have got probably 15 or 16 training videos now, as well as shorts and all sorts of stuff that are available to you on our website. Most people have never been there. This is where you should be living. We're going to talk about it a little bit later. Our live streaming, a very useful tool for you to build your channel beyond just the borders of Gauteng. It's there. We're live streaming once to twice a week, every week. Your guys can be watching. We've got a team down in Plet. They might be watching this morning. They're always WhatsApping me after the events. They're keeping up with what's going on in Joburg just by watching the live events. Very, very powerful tool. And then, of course, you've got the team. You've got us. I know we're a motley crew, but we're here and we're available. And we've been doing this for a while. So we really can help you if this is something you've never done before. We very seldom get booked. We're available, but we don't get booked. You guys don't want to come and talk, Brendan, how do I do this? What do I do? No. We're available free of charge, and you can book us. And then, of course, you've got the client service team, also available to help you. I always love it. I didn't get my XP. This business doesn't work. Throwing toys, sending me emails about how terrible it is and how this company's never going to work because you didn't log my 25 XP before logging in. All you need to do is write an email to client service. I'll check it and do it for you. That's what they do. You have got private bankers. That's what they're like. They're like private bankers waiting to help you all day long. That's what they do. They're waiting to help you all day long. You get it free of charge as a wealth engineer. Are you using all the tools that we have? And then, of course, we've got the facilities here. We've got the facilities, presentation rooms and all of these sorts of things. We'll talk through them just now. that are all available to you. So that is a lot of tools that we got in our toolkit, and I want to work through that with you today so you properly understand it. So, question we get often, the second most common question. The first most common question is, how do I change my password? It's very disappointing, but it is the first most common question we get. That's why there must be at least 5 videos on how to change your password on our training site, okay? Second most common question is, what does this thing qualified mean? What do I qualified and how do I become it? You know, that is the second most common question. I can understand it. We don't talk to it in the introduction presentation, otherwise I'd be talking for 2 hours, okay? It is the first step in earning. If you want to become a qualified wealth engineer is a person who earns, and it is a person who can go to reception and buy their PIN, their DuePoint PIN. The moment you're earning money, the moment there's money coming into your bank account, go and get a PIN, put it on your lapel here. Because it says to everybody else, I'm earning. I'm not only started, I am now down the path of financial freedom. And here's my badge to say I've started this process. If you look in the cupboards outside, the display cabinets, you'll see we have now all the other the other pins, from rank 4 to rank 7. Each one is now individual, and it'll keep going from there. So as soon as you hit rank 4, 5, 6, or 7, you can go and get your own individual pin, and it'll actually tell you what rank you are. So when you're standing in the crowds, people will be able to look at you and go, flip, he's already rank 5, he's already rank 7. And they'll know how hard and how successful you've worked in building your channel. Okay, so the first step to get the first little pin is to qualify. To qualify, you need to get 3 people paying their products on your first point. Not 3 products, 3 people with at least 1 product paying on your first point. Now you're earning. Now you're earning. That's minimum 165 Rand a month, okay? So now, how do you find that on your dashboard? Well, here's qualified points. Qualified points is the third dial. It happens once you've logged into your website. Are you logging into your website? Okay, here's some here, not so much over here. Okay. This is the face, this is the dashboard of your channel. You need to be logging into here. This tells you over here how many qualified points you have in your channel, which we're going to talk to in a second. But if you push the plus button, it brings up for you a list of all your first pointers. Okay. Now remember, you need 3. You need 3 before you're going to qualify. Okay. Here's my 3. None of them are qualified. Okay. But I'm trying to get you qualified. So I want to get you paid. All right. As they make their payment, you become qualified. As the 3 of them have made their payment, you are now an earning wealth engineer. Now you want to start earning beyond your first point. You want to earn to your second point and the third point and the fourth point in your channel. You now need to create qualified wealth engineers on your first point. So you're qualified. Now you need other people that are qualified on your first point to open up the points in your channel. It's a very simple formula. The number of points opened in your channel equals the number of qualified wealth engineers on your first point. So if you want to have 2 points in your channel open, you need 2 qualified wealth engineers on your first point. That's it. There's nothing complicated about it, okay? If you want 3 points open, you need 3 qualified wealth engineers on your first point. All right. Now what that creates is what is called your qualified channel. It's very important you understand the concept of a qualified channel. A qualified channel is the number of products in the points you have opened, not in your channel. Your channel could be 100 points deep, but you only have 5 qualified wealth engineers on your first point, which means your qualified channel is the sum of the products on your first 5 points. That's your qualified channel. So whenever you read an XP reward or an XP quest, wealth quest that we send out, and it goes, do this in your qualified channel, you know that that's in the number of points that you have the equal number of qualified wealth engineers for. Okay, it's a very important concept. Understand as best you can. If you don't, go back and watch the dev seminars on returns and rewards. I explain it there too. Right, let's get these guys qualified. Remember, this is that menu where you push the plus under qualified points. As the number of product owners that these individuals have in their channels starts growing, you get them to 3, and all 3 have paid. They now become a qualified wealth engineer just like you. So you had to get 3 people to become qualified. They have to get 3 people to become qualified, and they must be paid. Now, in this particular example, we have 2 opened points in our qualified channel. Okay, even though there might be 6 points in this channel, 2 of them are now open because I've got 2 qualified channels, 2 qualified wealth engineers on my first point. Very important. Step number 1. Right, now we're earning. That's all I'm going to talk about. That is a tool that you need to use. Qualified wealth engineers. Remember 3 plus 2? I'm going to talk about that next. It applies to this. Okay, so let's test our questions. Everybody got their remotes out? I had a good laugh at Rob. I wonder if Rob's got it on live polling or simulated polling, Tim, this week. You put it on live polling. Yes, last week when he was shouting at you about how dumb you all were, he had it on simulated polling. So it was just making up the answers. Yeah, I had a good laugh all the way from Neisner. I thought, no, Rob, I know what's going on here. You haven't turned it to live polling. Pumi, do you want to put the temperature down a bit? I'm melting up in the front here. I'm sure you are too. Right, this is the remote we're going to be using. Anybody never used one of these remotes before? You got to go? Okay, here's how it works, all right? We are going to start our questions, and you're going to see a little green polling sign up at the top corner. When it's open, you answer the question. You answer the question by selecting A, B, C, D, E, F, G on here, which is the correct answer for you. Once you've selected the right answer, the answer will appear in your screen. While it's green, you can keep changing your answer. So if you made a mistake, just push the correct button. And once you've pushed a button, a little green light will go that says, yes, okay, I've got your answer, all right. And you can keep going. When this turns red, okay, like that, polling's closed, you can't answer for the question anymore, okay. And then you'll see at the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little channel button. Don't push that. If you push the channel button, it changes the frequency and your answers won't be recorded. So stay away from that. Now, folks, these remotes are absolutely useless for everything, okay? You cannot run your TV off of them. They are not smartphones. They're not even dumb phones. And they will and they won't catch any Pokemon for you. So do not take them home with you. They're absolutely useless outside of this building, but they are quite expensive. So please, leave them at reception on the way out today. If you don't have a remote, don't worry. You can answer the question for yourself and see how you do. This is just to keep everybody's attention. Here we go. First question, what is the correct order to unlock your dashboard in? Do you know how to unlock your dashboard, guys? What do you have to do first? I've given you a full 30 seconds on this one, because it's arguably the most important thing. How do I get my dashboard to start showing me information? I'm going to see now who's been using their dashboard and who hasn't. All right. Here we go. All right. Okay, not too bad. Considering I didn't talk about it, which I did specifically because I wanted to see how many of you know what's going on here. What you do is you have to pay your product. Folks, your dashboard is going to show that thing that says no data to display until you've paid your product. The next step to get more information out of your data, out of your dashboard is to qualify yourself, which means you need to get 3 people who have paid their product. Now, if those 3 people pay their product on the 31st of every month, when will your dashboard start to show you information? On the 31st of every month for about a second. And then you'll be in the new month again. Okay? So, folks, one of the key things we tell people to do is get everybody to put their debit orders on the 1st. Put it on the 1st of the month. Well, then you know that for the entire month your dashboard is open. And then the last thing, of course, is to start qualifying your pointers. So if you've got 1 or 2 or 3 qualified wealth engineers on your first point, it will show you information on your dashboard for your first, second, or third point. So it grows the data on your dashboard in real time, live with what's actually happening. So that's the correct answer. Well done to 80% of you. Good work. We're getting there slowly. Right, let's talk about 3 plus 2 now. So we talked about qualifying you. The 3 plus 2 formula works in that exact direction. What it says is, in your first month, you need to put 3 people on your first point. Hey, 3 on your first point. Okay, looks a little bit like that. Okay, that's your first month with us. If they pay, you earn. That means in the month you join, you can earn. You can. Okay, how many presentations do we run a week now? 5. You could have all 3 people in your first week with us and have them pay a few days later. Now you're qualified and you're earning. That's what it's all about, okay? Now, from that point forward, you need to start putting plus 2 in. Is that plus 2 on your second point or your third point? It's on your first point. It's always on your first point. 2 every month. When I look at the data, on average, someone will open 1 point in their channel every 2 months. They're not going to do that if they're not adding people to their first point, because you know what it's like. This is a complete numbers game. If we break it down to 100 people, If you talk to 100 people, you bring them through this building, 100, only 35 of them are going to take products. Only 35. The other 65 will reject you outright. They will be made up of your family, firstly, then your friends, and a small percentage will be strangers. Most of the strangers will take a product, but your family and your friends will tell you you're an idiot and that you're falling for another scam. Sure, I've spent a lot of money on this place if this is a scam. I don't know why I did that. The scams you don't spend any money on. I'm stupid. Anyway, so 35 will take product. 5 will build a little. That's anywhere between 1 and 50 people they'll put in your channel. 5. Out of 100 people you've brought here, only 5 are going to put somewhere between 1 and 50 people into your channel. 1 of the 100 will go berserk and put 1,000 plus into your channel. So, do we get despondent at number 55? No. No. And you know, this is the big trick. It is how thick is your skin? How determined are you to change your future? That's the question you have to ask yourself every day you get out of bed. How determined am I to get out of what I currently am? And people give up and say, I'll just stay in this set of circumstances. I'll just stay. Geez, even I'm not happy to do that. I don't wake up in the morning and go, oh, I'm just happy with this. I don't. I haven't got my GTR yet. I haven't. I'm going to get up and I'm going to work until I've got it, and then I'll move on to the next thing. You know, I want to change my circumstances, and I'm sure you want to on a daily basis. Go, I don't want to worry about what I worry about anymore. I want that change. So how many no's can you take to get to the one guy who's going to put 1,000 in? Now, if you're putting 2 people in every month, okay, that is like 100 a year, isn't it? That's not 100 a year. That's 24 a year that you're putting in, yourself personally. But I've said to the guys, can you put 8 people in a month? 8 people in a month. This is the hardcore guys. 8 people a month is 100 a year. That means that once a year, you will find a guy who puts 1,000 plus in your channel. Once a year. 5 years from now, you could be on 5 to 10,000 people in your channel. Go to the XP Rewards program and see what that is earning you. Go and look what 5,000 plus people is. It's like rank 15. Rank 15, you're driving around in your 911 Turbo. That's what you're doing, that you paid for in cash. Okay? But can you put 8 people in every month? Do you have the chutzpah to do that? Because, boy, are you going to have to take a lot of rejection every month to find those 8 people. You're going to. Because people look at this and they go, it's only my full-time job and start a business. Those are the only 2 truths in this world. You know, that's what they tell you. And it's not right. In fact, those are the 2 truths that are dying away. We're having to create new forms. New forms. Okay, to survive. So we put our 2 people in then every other month. Now we've got to get them qualified. Okay, so there's, as you can see, the 3 and the 2 and the 2. Now we get them qualified. Have we opened up any points in our channel at this stage? Other than our first? Other than our first point, have we opened any more? No. Okay. And people get confused. They go, no, I'm qualified now, and I've added a qualified wealth engineer. I should be open to point 2. No, you're not. The formula is number of qualified wealth engineers equals number of open points. Nice and simple. We get really complicated if I changed it, okay? Nice and simple. So now we've got 2 points open in our channel. 2 people qualified, and we're live in our channel. That's what you want to do, and there's number 3. And you can see how quickly you do that. That's 3 months. That's 3 months, and you've got 3 points open. 3 plus 2 plus 2, but you're getting the guys in your channel to go 3 plus 2 plus 2. It means that in 3 months, you've opened 3 points. 3 points in a channel is really big. That's your 55 Rand, your 55 Rand, and your 27 Rand 50. Your 3 biggest earning ratios opened in 3 months. And from that point on, you're just adding people, and earning off of them. Earning off of them, okay? So 3 months and you can be there. That's 90 days. All right. Is the 3 plus 2 growth formula the only way you can grow a channel? If you're not putting in 3 and then 2 and 2, then you're out. Pumi, now I'm cold. What did you turn it down to? 18. The wonders of modern technology. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. 1/3, nearly 40% of you said yes. No, guys. The 3 plus 2 formula is a suggestion. Like I said, you can put 8 in a month if you want. That's 100 a year. You can put 6 in. You can put none in. You can put none in. You just earn nothing then. Okay. The 3 plus 2 is our way of just demonstrating practical growth for you. Okay, so the answer is no. You can do it any way you like. We just suggest 3 plus 2. What are the two key principles of the 3 plus 2 growth formula? Now, what are the two things that the 3 plus 2 formula are trying to get you to do? What are they trying to get you to do? Okay? Easy money. What are the two things? So you can answer A and B, or C and D, or A and C. You just put the two answers in. Okay? All right. Okay, so interesting. If you're putting on your first point, who's involved? You're involved. Exactly. Personal activity. That's the number one thing the 3 plus 2 growth formula is designed to do. It's to keep you involved. One of the key principles, you'll see it in our other dev seminars, like when we talk about activating duplication next week, in 2 weeks' time. The key principle to successful channel growth is personal involvement. The moment you stop being involved in your channel, it stops growing and you stop earning. That's just a natural. You've got to stay at this thing. You've got to stay. There is a natural point quite far down the road where it takes a life of its own. But in the beginning, it's all about you. So 3 plus 2 says, on your first point, you putting them in. That's personal activity. That's the first thing the growth formula is trying to do. The second thing, of course, is duplication. We need you to duplicate the 3 plus 2 into everyone else. That in 3 months, you've opened 3 points. Duplication, duplication, duplication. Persistency is a quality question. That's a quality question. How good are the people you're putting in? Have you run out and got everybody who doesn't have a job and put it into your channel? That doesn't help anyone because, of course, they can't pay for their product, which means you can't earn, which means they lapse off, and you get very frustrated, and you come after 90 days and you tell me this business doesn't work. Okay, so that's a quality question. It's not what the 3 plus 2 formula does. 3 plus 2 formula is growth, which is duplication and personal activity. All right. Expansion of knowledge here today. All right, now, let's get to the next question. These are the tools that we're talking about this morning. Understanding how the payment system works at DuePoint is critical, okay? Because it affects things like your monthly wealth quests. From the 1st to the 31st, make sure you have got 2 qualified wealth engineers in and 100% BPQ. Those 2 elements there are related to payments. So if you don't understand how the payments work, you can't qualify for that, or you'll fail to qualify for that wealth quest each month. So this month's one is the 2 qualified and the 100% BPQ. You've got to make sure that all the new guys have put their debit orders in the current month. Leslie, you're keeping my record sound, buddy. You're keeping it sound. Hey? Unblemished. Unblemished. All right, folks. In order for you to make sure that, so when we talk about getting people qualified or adding products to a channel, people often think, no, but I put 20 people in this month. How come I didn't qualify for the wealth quest? Because all of them set their debit orders for next month. That doesn't count for the wealth quest. It'll count for you. You'll get your earnings next month from these individuals. You haven't long-term lost anything. But when you're trying to tackle like wealth quests and all of our incentives and things like that, you've got to understand that when we say in this date range, their debit orders must have been successful in those date ranges. Okay, so what happens is the debit orders run from the 1st to the 31st. Isn't that awesome? You can pick any day. And you put a debit order, so it doesn't matter when the person's earning their money, they can put the debit order and we'll run that debit order. We then have to give a 15-day grace period from the last debit order in terms of the law to allow someone to catch up if they failed to make their payment. So on the 31st, all the debit orders that go through on the 31st have until the 15th of the next month to make their payment if they failed to make their payment on the 31st. That's in terms of the law. Which means then that we can only run what we call our returns and rewards, our consolidation from the 16th, midnight on the 16th, because if they make their payment on the 15th, it only clears into our account on the 16th. So at midnight on the 16th, we run what we call our consolidation, where we calculate the returns and rewards for this month. For this month, not for August, for July. Okay, it's very important. So people say, how come I only get paid for this month? Because I have to give 15 days grace period before I can calculate it. Then we pay you, and we almost always pay you before the 20th. 20th is about the longest time away. Sometimes it's as soon as the 17th, which is the next day. You guys would have seen it if you've been earning. We're very prompt on that. Isn't that surprising? We promised and we delivered. Eh? From month 1. You might have noticed we're not doing it in Excel. Yeah. All right. That was a dig at so many people. Anyway, especially Rob. So so that's quite important to understand. Now, on the application form, you would have seen our techie guys been working feverishly, because you'll remember, some of you have been with us for a while. A while ago, you could only run a debit order 5 days after the application. This was because of Standard Bank and all of these guys that have got technology from the 1970s and all of this jazz. Well, our IT guys have reduced that to 1 day. They've done all sorts of marvelous things using all sorts of technology, and we have now got a 1 day. You can put a guy in today, and his first debit order can run tomorrow. Okay? They worked on that for 3 months. That little thing that we wanted to fix. It was not easy. You try and work with a bank for anything. All right, so we managed to sort that out. That means that put a guy in on the 15th, you can now run his first debit order on the 16th. You put him in on the 31st, his first debit order is going to run on the 1st. All right, very important that you remember that, okay? Oh, I got him in on the last day, I got it, I've qualified for the Wealth Quest. No, you haven't. Anybody who goes in the last day is not going to help you qualify for the month. That's why we always say this is where you should be working on qualifying, the first half. Get your stuff in there, then you know you're good to go for the Wealth Quest. So you'll see on the application form now, first debit order date, you can select. For a guy on the 15th, it's anywhere from the 16th onwards. It shows you where you can select, okay? And then for the recurring debit order on that application form, you can now pick which day you want the debit order to recur on from his second debit order onwards, okay? Quite important to remember that. So this month might be the 28th because you want to get him in, but from next month you want it to be the 1st. Okay, right. Well, let's talk about that now. Okay, here's a nice example. So on the 31st is his first debit order. Let's say that. So he set his first debit order in the month for the 31st, but he wants his recurring debit order to be on the 1st. What do you think is going to happen here? It's going to go, no, say we signed him up on the 15th, but he said he wanted his debit order to go on the 31st. But then he said from my second one onwards, I want it to be on the 1st. What do you think is going to happen in these 2 days? Casper's got the answer at the back there. He's going to hit twice in 2 days. Why? Why would we do that? Boy, do my client service ladies get shouted at about that. How dare you? How dare you take 2 debit orders against me? Why do you think that's happening? How do we work payments in short-term insurance? This is a very important lesson. Let me tell you about this. Short-term insurance is purchased on a monthly basis. Short-term. Life or long-term insurance is bought over a period of time, okay? So people will say to me, Brendan, I've been paying for my funeral product for 12 years and you've just cancelled it. You can't do that. I've put 12 years of payments in. No, you haven't. You've put 12 years of 1 month payments in. You buy short-term insurance. You buy funeral cover from the 1st to the 31st of every month. It's an important thing for those of you who have funeral cover to realize, which means that the insurer can cancel your policy on the 1st of the next month with no ramification, because it's not been purchased for the long term. It's being purchased on a monthly basis. All right. Now, fortunately, we don't have funeral products here because it makes a lot of people very upset. It's one of the reasons why I chose not to do it. Funeral cover is one of the things that makes people the most bitter. Makes them the most bitter. My grandmother paid for 25 years. She turned 75 and you won't cover her anymore. Yeah, we won't cover her anymore because we've been covering her for 1 month increments, and right now she's older than the maximum age, and therefore we will not cover her anymore. No, that's not fair. No, folks, it is fair. It is how short-term insurance works, okay? And I can get into the maths and that with you another time. We didn't choose that because we know how it upsets people. What we said is an investment product, personal accident cover, and our lifestyle product. But those two are bought on a monthly basis. So the payment on the 31st, which month is that one for? July. No, but I only paid on the last day. Yeah, you did. But you had it for that month. Okay. And that's why when it comes to the 20th and I'm paying your returns and rewards, I can pay you for that payment. Okay. Because if I pushed the 31st into August, you would not get your payment for this guy in July, which is going to affect things like your Wealth Quest. He would not apply to a Wealth Quest in July. All right. Now the payment on the 1st, which month is that for? August. Okay. So you must think about it in monthly increments like that. There is one payment per month. Doesn't matter where it occurs in the month. If it happens in that month, it's for that month. Okay. Very important that you remember that. And here again, you can see first, 31st, and then you can pick the 1st there. All right, let's get our questions out. If someone becomes a wealth engineer on the 15th of April and sets their monthly debit order on the 5th, in which month will their first debit order run? Okay. So they've booked in the middle of April, but they set their first debit order for the 5th. Which month is that first debit order going to run? In other words, is this guy going to be in your wealth quest or is he not? Okay, let's look and see. All in. Right. May, all right, we got it. Not August. That's my 5th. It's the next month, okay? And that is an important thing for you to remember. We get a lot of that. A lot of questions at client service. No, the guy put it on the 1st, and now I only booked him in on the 16th, and now it's next month. And when you are signing someone up, make sure you see what debit order days they put in. Make sure you're watching. If you don't see any other part of the application form, that's the part you want to be watching. Okay? That's very important there. All right. Live feed. Folks, this is the live feed. When you go to our website, you log in, and you go, that's the dashboard. You go to the next menu next to the dashboard. It says live. This updates in real time. If you watch a training video, which we'll look at just now, go back to your live feed, you'll see the XP is already booked in. Okay? It's live. Someone signed somebody up somewhere in your channel, boom, you see it. Here we go. So-and-so, approved, wealth engineer. Okay? Logged in, XP. So-and-so's payment returned. Okay, it tells you people's failed payments. And you can go, geez, that's one of my qualified wealth engineers. Why didn't they make their payment? I get on the phone to them. You can see now on the new ones, this hasn't quite got it, we put the lead wealth engineer's name and number. So you can call the lead wealth engineer and go, hey, one of your guys failed to make their payments. That means you're not going to qualify this month. Okay, which could cost you $1,500, $10,000 in the future. This is something you should have running on your phone all the time. It's there live. You can run it through the website, and you can run it through the app. Okay? Let me get my phone quickly. I'm going to load it up, and I'm going to show you. You've seen the app. It's that little D, black D, downloaded from the store. While that's loading, I'll move on, but I want you to see where all of these things are on the app. Okay? Super easy for you. XP Rewards Program. That's the next menu. I'm going to go back one quickly. I want to go here. See the XP Rewards? Okay? If you go in there and you go to XP Rewards Earnings, or quests or steps or something, it's the third one down. You can see everything that's going on. All right. Now here's the wealth quest up here. That wealth quest we update around about the last day of the month or the first day of the new month. So you should be waiting right there, 31st of the 1st every month, going, what's happening next month? Because in the first half of that month, I want that quest under the belt so that I know it's definite. You don't want to wait to today to try and get the TV because you're not going to get it. We're only raising debit orders on Monday. Okay? Again, you want to get it done the first time. Get there, see what it is. Remember, you get the brief title, you click over it, and it gives you a short summary of what the quest is, and then you click on the I, and it gives you the full information on the wealth quest. That's a once-a-month read. How many of you are doing it? Yeah, the three in the corner here. There's the troublemakers over here. That's the rest. And the three in the back there. That's it. Okay, guys, internet. It's time to live in front of it, in it, on it, and around it. Okay? Get out there, watch what's happening on the dashboard. We update that all the time. And then, like Lynette said at our Tell All Tuesday, 1, 2, 3, your first 3 steps for earning money at DuePoint. Log in every day. There it is. 25 XP every time you log into your dashboard. Watch the training videos. Watch the training videos. It's the second step. I say to everybody, the first thing you do with a brand new wealth engineer is you sit them down in front of the training videos. That's the first thing. You don't take them out to a congratulatory dinner. You don't abandon them. You don't go crazy and say, I want 10 people here tomorrow. You don't do any of that. You sit down with them and you spend a day watching the training videos with them. By the time they're finished with that, they now know what they're doing. Okay? And they're for away. Then we go to step number 3. It's not number 1, you would have noticed. Bring someone to an introduction presentation. It's not step number 1. It's step number 3. Okay? Funny that. But I'll bet you none of you knew that because you haven't been to the website. You haven't looked at the most important thing, our training program. Guys, the network marketing and direct selling companies out there do not have training like we do. I know. I've looked at most of them. I've been involved with most of them. We did this specifically. We did on the 1st of August last year. We said the number 1 thing about DuePoint is it's going to have a built-in training program because people don't get it and they make mistakes, and then that leads to despondence, which leads to the big fall-off. And the I used to earns, and it's rubbish, it's a Ponzi scheme and a pyramid scheme, and it doesn't work, and you're just being scammed. That all comes from people's despondence in failing to do it successfully. That's where it comes from. And it's because they don't do the training. We've got it here. You've got to be doing it. Step number 4, attend a development seminar. We have 3,000 people at DuePoint already. 3,000 people. There are 60 in this room. Where are the other 2,940? I say this every dev seminar because every dev seminar there's only 60 people here. Guys, these are the single most important events of the month. Are they in your diaries? Have you calendarized it? It's in my diary every 2 weeks. It's there. Is it in yours? So you know every second Saturday, sorry guys, I can't go to the Bri. It's dev seminar. I'll see you afterwards. Okay? I know I get myself in trouble for this. My dad taught me this, so I'm going to blame him. My dad always used to say, I don't understand parents. Their whole world stops on a Saturday morning because their 7-year-old is playing soccer. So my dad always said to me, when people say to me, oh, Brian, you're so lucky, you've done so well, it was just such luck. It's just, he said, no, when you were playing golf on Saturday morning, I was at work. And that was the truth. He was. I saw him for the first time when I was 14. I'm not even joking. And he says, that's what gets you there. You want to succeed? Instead of being at your kid's 10-year-old rugby game on a Saturday morning, you're out making money. You're out making money. And then everybody else who was at the 10-year-old's rugby game, and this is my dad speaking, not me, remember I said that. When you see them 10 years later, and they're struggling and destitute and panicky, and you've done well, they come and say, geez, you're so lucky. You're so lucky. You go, no. My kid didn't get to see me at his sports game because I was out getting money so that I could pay for his future education. I could get him a car and a house, and I could get him started in life. That's why I sacrificed his rugby game. That's what he used to tell me all the time as I was growing up, because I used to be despondent. Oh, you never come to see my sports games. I played quite a lot of sports, especially in high school. I don't go. And it's like, no, I'm making money so I can buy you a car when you turn 18, which he did do. Awesome. That was way better than him coming to my rugby match. I was the only 18-year-old with a BMW, you know? And that's what it's true. I mean, that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? And he said, do you want me at the rugby game or do you want me changing your life? So come to the blooming development seminars so that I can shout on you and we can have the anointing row at the front. And then as you get a little bit more advanced, start presenting the opportunity yourself. See, step number 5, start presenting it yourself. You're now starting to know you've been here enough, you've done the training, now you can get out there and start cracking, and so on, until you get to step number 10. Nice and easy. For 6 months, do 3 plus 2. 6 months, do 3 plus 2. Put 3 people in, and 2, and 2, and 2, and 2. For 6 months, we give you 2,000 XP. And, of course, we'll actually have quite a nice little special meeting for all the guys that do that. All right, DuePoint training channel. Guys, look here. Website, log in. Channel. So we've done dashboard, we've done live, we've done XP rewards, channel. Under the channel menu, you will find all of our training videos. We've got our long ones, okay, the full development seminar trainings, and we've got all of our shorts. Have you seen the list of shorts we've got now? Huge. We've just added now, you'll see, how the Entertainer app works. Why? Because we're 6 months old. All the guys who've been with us with the Wealth Point program for 6 months got their free keys. We sent it to 400 people. Got free keys this last week. We actually went out and we tested it on Friday, yesterday. Works like the bomb. Scan it in, done. We were up at Juniper's here at Hobart, one main meal off for everyone that we spent. Fantastic. In fact, we took a screenshot. I think we saved about $1,000. That's the payment, the monthly payment for 4 months paid. One day now, one event with the Entertainer, and you've paid for your month's premium. And you can do that every month now. Going forward, those Wealth Point programs will have a free code to the Entertainer app forever, as long as I pay their premiums. Their payments, not even an insurance product. It's fantastic, okay. Guys, watch the shorts, watch the videos. When you sign someone up, brand new, first place you go to, here. And you sit and you watch these videos with them. Now, remember, when you watch them through the website, when it's logged in, automatically allocates your XP to your channel. Just automatically comes in. You don't have to call into client service or anything. If you go to YouTube, to our channel, and you watch them there, it doesn't allocate your XP because it doesn't know who you are. You then have to email client service to get the XP. Watch it through the login, and you get XP for the shorts too. Hey? There is probably now about 4,000 XP in training. 5,000, there we go. There's 5,000 XP in training. Geez, that's rank 3, if I'm not mistaken. It's right up there. Rank 3 is where the XP done. Now you just get the people in. And you're done. And you're an expert by the time you've finished. All right, my account. Another section, people call into client service all the time. How do I see what the balance is on my investment account? How do I see what my statements are? This investment thing that you've got going, this investment, where do I see what you're investing in? Guys, it's here for you. It's all here for you. Your balance, did you see? On my 100 Rand, in 60 days, they've made 5 Rand. That's a 5% return in 2 months. Who else likes Capricorn fund managers? I don't know if you've been watching what's been going on the JSE lately. 5 Rand in 60 days. There it is. This is not a 1% after 15 years investment, for those of you who remember that. All right. Down at the bottom here, minimum disclosure document. That's updated regularly. It's a maximum of once every 3 months, but they can do it weekly and daily, just depending on their systems. If you watch the last development seminar, you'll see how to do it. You click on there, takes you in. You can see what shares they've invested in, how the shares are performing, who's looking after what benchmark accounts, how the rest doing versus us. It's all in there. You've got it all in here. Code of conduct down at the bottom here, guys. If you want to see your wealth engineer's code of conduct, what can I do, what I can't do, it's right there. Investment statements by months. What's happening with my balance? Okay? So I don't know many companies that have this kind of technology right there. You just click, boom, it'll tell you what your statement's doing right now in detail. This in, this out, this, fees, profits, dividends, all in there, bang. A little bit further down, your channel returns, your monthly returns and awards with us. Statement, that can be used then when you submit for tax purposes at the end of the year. All there, live. Use it, guys, use it. And you know at the top, I've cut the top off, but you've got edit your personal details, you've got add products. Just a simple click, add, I want to take the WealthPoint program because everybody's doing so fantastic with the free codes. You know, just add, done. It's all happening under the My Accounts menu up there. So important. All right, events. The events tab, as I said, less and less people are booking now, which is making our life a nightmare, which might end up meaning that I might start only giving XP for people who've booked. So let's not go down that road, okay? Because it's starting to get quite frustrating. Folks, here's the live stream button, DuePoint live stream. Many people say, are you live streaming today? Everyone that's got the live stream button next to it, you know we're live on that. From here, you can click on that button. It takes you to the live stream. Actually takes you there, okay? And that's great. It'll record then your XP and all of that jazz. You logged in should take you there, as long as you're logged in. All right. Watch this. There are a couple of changes that take place from now and then. We have to adjust it. One particular one of interest is on Women's Day. We're running 2 presentations on Women's Day. We're not at the kids' rugby game. We're here making money, okay? First one is at midday. Midday. It's our first lunchtime presentation. We're doing it on the 9th. You will find it in here, but if you don't look, you'll miss it, okay? 9th, midday, and then again that evening at 6:30. All right, we're making money on Women's Day, okay? Maybe we should thank the government for all the public holidays, okay, for that. Make sure you use this. Remember to click on there to book. You just click on details and you book from there. Is this a tool you're using? Now, what we say to a lot of the more experienced wealth engineers is, why are you booking for the inexperienced wealth engineers? Get them using the tools. We often find that they'll book for 6, 12 people. And I go, why did you book for 12 people? You're not bringing 12 people. No, but I booked just in case so-and-so brings 3 and so-and-so brings 2, and then they don't come. No, everyone is booked for themselves. It's so easy. Events, log in, events, details, add, and you put your own people in. Duplicate. Otherwise, you will always carry the can, and there's only so much you can do. All right, let's get our devices ready. Where do you find your live feed? Do you find it on your dashboard? Do you find it under the channel menu, on the product website pages, under the live menu, under the My Account menu? All right, no. The channel menu is training. That's training. The dashboard is your dials. Okay? That's the dashboard. You find it under the live menu. Remember it said home, and then I think it says live. Yeah, it goes home, live. That's the one. And definitely not under the My Accounts. That's your personal information and all the things you need. All right, so it's definitely under live. If you want to increase your Access Wealth monthly investment allocation, where do you go? I want to increase my investment allocations. I want to add a product. I want to change my personal details. Where do I go? There we go. My Accounts. That's the right spot. Good work. My Account, everything you want to do is at your fingertips. What is the first thing you should do with anyone new you add to your channel? How do you change your password? Tim, do I click that one? All right, folks, sit them down in front of the training videos. Yes, all right, we get in there. We get in there. Guys, have you seen our app? This is our app. Okay, it's a thing of beauty. We're going to look at it in a minute. Everything I'm talking about, you will see on here already. Okay, and then we've got here, force them to take more products. I like it. Okay, good. Okay, in the XP Rewards program, what does qualified channel mean? All right, very important. What does a qualified channel mean? All paid products in my channel, all products in my channel, paid products in my qualified points, products paid by my qualified wealth engineers. There we go. Right. Paid products in my qualified points. Very important concept to understand. Not all paid products in my channel. Guys, I explained this to you. Remember, the number of qualified wealth engineers on your first point equals number of opened points in your channel. The sum of the products in those open points is your qualified channel. The sum of the paid products. So paid products in my qualified points. That is the correct answer. And it's not the number of products paid by my qualified wealth engineers. They might have one each, okay? But they are qualified and they open points for you. You'll get it with practice. Right, our mobile app, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Okay, on our phones, free of charge. Again, I have to start charging for this stuff. Free of charge again, okay? Right there. My channel gives you the dashboard, okay? Loads up, there's the dashboard. See there, the dashboard that we were talking about today? I know it's quite small, but I just want you to go and look. Live activity, there's the live feed. It's one click, we're there, okay? You'll see at the bottom here, the second menu says events. You click on events, it brings up the events menu. Any second now. Loading up. There we go. The events. Look, live stream, the button. Live stream button's there. Okay. Fantastic. All the events. There's August. We're going to go to August the 9th. We'll find it there. 12 p.m. August the 9th, Tuesday. Okay. It's in there. All right. Then we've got add a wealth engineer. Nice and easy. One button. You're adding people. Show me the tools. There's the tools. The downloads, the presentation slides, the business cards, application form is right there. The next menu below. All the training videos. Look. All the training videos right there on your phone. The next shorts, all the shorts on your phone, guys, right there on your iPad. XP Rewards program, because I know you don't ever look at it, I put it on the app, okay? One button, you're there. There's the Wealth Quest at the top with all the details, and there are all the steps in the XP Rewards program on your app, okay? Then you've got View My Account. Look, there's my account, okay? Edit. Products, add all the little MDDs and mandates and policy documents and statements. There's your investment statements and your return statements. It's all on the app. And you see how quick? I just went through the whole website in about 30 seconds. It is instant. It is way faster than the website, and you've got it. Have you downloaded it, folks? Have you got it? And do you know you get 250 XP the first time you log in on the app? 250. Flippin' awesome. SMS communication. I love this because it is my only form of communication that gets to you instantly everywhere. And yet we still get a lot of people that effing blind us for sending them an SMS. I've said this to you before. People believe that their cell phones, really getting personal today, their cell phones are like their toothbrush. It's holy. It's holy. No one may use it without my permission, because somehow I have defiled you by sending you an SMS. When you go, oh, look there, there's an SMS. I'll just click on there, I'll push delete, and I'm back, and it's gone. Look there, it's gone. There's no germs left behind. There's no defilement of your phone. There's no memory that's been taken up on your phone. It's gone, okay? But boy, can we get effed and blinded for telling you what we have to tell you. This is not a marketing message. I'm not like, hey, DuePoint is promoting new products. Buy today and get a special 10% of your payment. You don't get that. What you get is, hey, today, don't forget, is another opportunity to build your fortune. If you come at 6 o'clock, you think that if I didn't tell you this, I know how most of this works. It's a numbers game. If I don't tell this, my 5 will become 3 that are going to build. Because they'll go, oh, Monday night, oh, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. And then I send a message and I go, hey, guys, Rob's presenting tonight. Get somebody there. Make some money tonight. Then you go, no, all right, I'll go. So yes, you will receive at least one SMS from us every day for the rest of your life. Okay? Just accept it now. All right? We will send it to you because every day there is something happening at DuePoint. And at DuePoint, we are not putting food on your table. That's what you do at your job. You just put food on your table. You're never going to be wealthy as an employee. Never, ever. Never. Like, there's so few people that become wealthy as employees. Okay? You're only going to become wealthy where you command your income, which is what we do at DuePoint. We build fortunes at DuePoint. That's what we do. And so we will remind you every day to build your fortune. Okay? So, you will receive the SMS from us. You know, it's awesome though. Your whole channel gets that SMS. So you don't even have to remind them. Because if you are an active wealth engineer, you would be wanting to communicate with them on a daily basis. You'll see when we talk about activating duplication, we say everybody should be talking to their team on a daily basis. We do it for you. We do it for you. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Okay, email communication, critical. This stuff comes out not every day. We probably send it out once or twice a month. We send you the emails of the major events that are occurring. We let you know when Tell All Tuesday is happening. We let you know when Throwdown Thursdays are happening. You guys been watching the video for August Throwdown Thursday? Yeah. Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah. No. The SMS we sent you had a link in it, and it said we've got a special guest coming in. Have you watched the video? Okay. All right, have we got it? Okay. Good. Watch it. If you haven't, go to our YouTube channel right at the top. This is a very special video about the guest that's coming to Throwdown Thursday in August. Watch it. Fantastic. It's only had 65 views. It's only had it. When Returns and Rewards is at 4,500 views. Everyone wants to know about how much they're going to earn. Nobody wants to know about who the special guest is in August. Please go and watch it. Okay. Now, we do new suppliers in here, and we do the wealth quests. That all comes through, and other stuff. Now, I wanted to just point something out to you. Do most of you get emails from DuePoint that look like this? So remember, I just showed you these gloriously colorful and picture-filled emails, but are the ones you getting look like this? Okay. Now, this might well be the case. Google does a similar thing. What it's doing is it's protecting you from viruses and that can come down with images, and ours are largely image emails. All you have to do if you're getting emails that look nasty like this from DuePoint is right-click on this cross here. See, it says right-click here. You click right-click there, and it says download pictures. Just right-click, and then click on download pictures, and wham presto, all the colors and the glory of our emails come out. So please do that. When the emails come through, just right-click download pictures and our email. Now, often our pictures have text in them, so you might be missing half the content of the mail, because Rob builds the text into the pictures. So please do that, and you'll see that coming through. All right, let's ask something. Is communication from DuePoint marketing? I'm going to change it to, is your cell phone holy? All righty, there we go. 2-1. Oh, no. No, it is not. You don't get promotions, you don't get anything. It's business, business, business coming through our SMSs. Realize that, accept it, or change your cell phone number. All right, development seminars, we've discussed them. They are on the training. They get immediately loaded up onto here onto our website within a day, onto YouTube immediately. We live edit everything. Tim sits at the back live editing. Please attend the dev seminars. Live streams, we've spoken about them too. They're one click away off of the events tab. You're on the live stream, or go to YouTube. The top row says upcoming live stream events. And you just click on it, and you'll be watching anywhere in the country. You can be watching our live stream events. Okay, totally worth it, and an amazing way to plug in anywhere in the country. The team, guys, I've chatted to you about it as well. We're fully available for you at any time. Use us. Don't be afraid. Don't be embarrassed. We're here business hours all week long. If you've got questions, you want to strategize, you want to talk, come and use us. We are available. And remember the client service ladies. They are not your enemy. They are, in fact, your private bankers. These ladies bend over backwards to solve your problems. You don't realize how hard they work. They work with our IT teams. They work everywhere to solve your problems. And they take a lot of abuse. Boy, do they have to repeatedly answer questions to the same people. Not to different, to the same people. Same over and month after month, the same questions of people who are not putting anybody into DuePoint. I'm only starting when I understand everything. All right, well, do 10 or 12 years with us, and then you'll understand everything. Then you can start building. No, the fastest way to learn, guys, is to put a few people in. Because they bring up questions, you start to answer the questions, and all of a sudden your confidence and your knowledge is there. It's a little bit of a leap of faith. Get going. But these ladies are available for you. Use them. Don't throw your toys. Don't go, the business doesn't work because they didn't log my XP or they got the wrong email address for me. Or that. Just give them a ring. Call them or email them. They'll sort it out for you. Everything is here for you. Then I wanted to talk to you about our facilities. This office took a lot of thought to build. We built it, from the ground up for the success of our wealth engineers. You can see here the amount of time. It took about 6 months to put this together. And we spent a lot of money getting the electronics, the technology, the structure all in place so it will work for you guys at the end of the day. What a wonderful facility that we've got here. Cost a fortune, and it's freely available to you. How many of you are coming here on a weekly basis with new people? Not at a presentation, during the day. Yeah, there's no hands that go. I know. Glenn, you're the only one. You see the troublemaker in the back corner there. Yeah. But guys, we've got boardrooms. We've got breakaway rooms, free internet, tea and coffee, presentation rooms. We've got a couple of guys here that are running presentations now out of our facilities. Don't you want to be one of those guys? Get your channel, start building it, and then start presenting to your entire channel out of a very professional environment. Start using the facilities. They're yours. They're yours. Start using them. Okay. All right, let's answer a few minutes. What is the name of the dedicated DuePoint YouTube channel? Do you guys know what our YouTube channel is called? Is it called YouTube? Is it called channel? DuePoint. DuePoint channel. DuePoint channel. All right. Well, it's a good spread of answers there, which is rather disappointing. It is the DuePoint channel. That is where you will find us on YouTube. Just search for DuePoint channel. Okay. Right. How much does DuePoint charge for the use of its office and facilities? An extra $249 per month per wealth engineer, an extra $274 per month per wealth engineer. R5 an hour, nothing. Whatever Jane feels is fair. All right. Oh, I got the right answer on that one. Okay. Okay. Right, let's see. Folks, all of this is for us to build a fortune. This is what we do on the side that changes everything. That's what we do. I get disappointed with individuals who say to me, I've spoken to so many people, and it doesn't work, and I'm not going to get there, and so I'm leaving. And I go, you've only just started. Do you think any of the successful guys put 90 days into their businesses? Think of Bill Gates. Did you think he spent 90 days building his business? Steve Jobs, did he spend 90 days on it? Think any famous rich person you can think of. Richard Branson? No, guys, no. This is not one of those get-rich-quick schemes that you see on the internet. This is not it. This is the genuine fortune-building thing. And it means that every morning when you wake up, you're thinking about it. Your job just puts food on the table. It's really not worth thinking about. It's not. I've been there. I've had a normal job. And you don't think about it. You go to bed at night with a blank brain. And you wake up in the morning with a blank brain. And then you go to work and you do what they put in front of you. Because all it does is put the food on the table. It's not going to see any of your dreams come true. It's not. And you might think I'm just now dramatizing. I'm not. That's the fact. It is not going to fulfill any of your dreams. It's not going to prepare you for retirement. And when the real emergency comes, your boss is not going to say, geez, $1 million in ICU costs. No problem. Here it is. Your boss is not going to say that. Your boss is going to say, how come you were away from work for so long? That's what he's going to say. That is normal employment. So when you wake up in the morning, what are you thinking about? For most South Africans, I think we wake up worrying about the problems of our lives, worrying about the circumstances we're in. Now, you know what? We're all in the same circumstances, so we're all worrying about the same thing. Political instability. I understand that our president yesterday told people that if they vote for anyone else, their ancestors are going to harass them the rest of their days. He's worse than me talking about rugby kids playing on a Saturday morning. Hey? I want to melt and die. This is the president of my country. I'm so proud to be a South African. And this guy tells people your ancestors are going to... What? We all wake up worrying about the same things. How am I going to get through this month financially? My daughter is sick in hospital and they're moving her from Joburg, Jen, to Germiston. How am I going to get to Germiston? Because I don't have the money. Now, with DuePoint, we give you something to replace that thought with. We've now got a solution. And instead of worrying about the problem, which is just not going to go away, we can now go, hang on, I have a solution. That's what I'm going to think about today. That's what's going to get me out of bed, because tonight I will be earning more than this morning. Even if it's just 55 Rand more. Because tonight I will have got one more person into my channel. And that means that when they pay, I'll get 55 Rand. I say to a lot of the guys, when you come to a presentation at night, it's maybe 2 hours of your time, but in that 2 hours you become wealthier. Do you think about it like that? Or do you go, oh, I've got to go to Bryanston again, and I've got to listen to that damned presentation again, sick of Brendan's joke about being the prettiest. Or do you go, this is awesome, tonight I've got 3 people with me, 165 Rand richer in 2 hours. That's what we're doing here. And we're going to be awesome when we do it. We're not doing any of it with cheap equipment and like out of some guy's garage or, you know. This is serious stuff. When we take you away on holiday, we're going to take you away on the most amazing holiday. Are you watching your emails tomorrow? Yeah, I saw it. It's that thing. Everything that we do here is going to be amazing. And you can be amazing with it. Remind yourself why you're doing it. Is it for the new car? For me, for sure. Is it to travel the world? Is it to have a house and a family that works, that doesn't worry every morning? What is it that you're doing it for? And then get out of bed and go and do it. Every day. And not just at the first 2 weeks of the month because the last week is Puza Thursday from Monday to Friday. No, every day. Every day. Saturday mornings. Can't go to this, can't do that because I'm making my fortune today. That's what's got to be in your head as we do this. Guys, 2 weeks from now, activating duplication. Probably the most important dev seminar. Because without it, you're going to just spin your wheels. Is it in your diary? Have you booked it in? Have you booked your ticket online? Do it. Let's see you here. The app is out. 250 XP for the first time you log in to it. Is it on your phone? Are you using it? This is fortune building stuff. Okay? Wednesday nights. This is the last time I'm going to say this. It's now open. Movie nights. We put in the normal 18-minute presentation, and then we put a special, different video every week. It's great. You get a free popcorn, a free drink, bring someone. It's an opportunity for you to be making money while watching TV. August Wealth Quest. Cell phone time. You would have got the national conference email yesterday. We're running our national conference. 250 seats only because we're going all out. All out. We're going to be awesome. We're not going to have a little dinner out. We're going awesome. The challenge this month. We've been beating you on getting qualified guys in, and that easy challenge this month. Get 20 tickets sold in your channel, and you get an iPhone. Does that sound difficult? You think you can get 20 of your guys to buy a ticket in your channel? In your whole channel. Not even qualified channel. See, there's no qualified written anyway. In your channel, 20 tickets, you get a free cell phone. I always love it. Donnie said to me the other day, he says, you know, I speak to so many people, they don't have time for extra money. I feel like that about our Wealth Quest sometimes. Not this month. I don't want a new iPad this month. Really? You can get a new iPad this month, a cell phone next month. I'll wait. I'll do that one down there. What if I don't have an iPad down there on my Wealth Quest? Then what? You've missed out. Guys, 20 tickets to our national conference sold. iPhone 5S is yours. Come on. Let's get cracking. Starts 1st of August. Biggest event. We're kicking off 2017 with a serious event. But only 250 of you are going to be able to be there. And you can bring guests. So if you book first, you can come with your guests. This is an incredible opportunity to show people how big, how grand, and how serious we are. They go, I've heard of this before. It looks like one of those. Okay, come. Come and see. Come and see. We will show them the scale of DuePoint at this event. So you can book yourself in and guests if you want. It's first come, first serve on the tickets. Okay? So you get the tickets. and you come in. And if you get 20 sold into your channel, obviously, it's an iPhone 5S for August. Make sure it's in your diary, 11th of Feb next year, if I'm not mistaken. Guys, merchandise. We talk about tools. You might think I'm punting the merchandise to make money. I'm not, believe you me. This is not running DuePoint. We do this because these are the most effective tools that you've got. Have you got our memory stick? It comes with a whole array of presentations on it. It's got all the equipment on it already. You can just plug it in anywhere, internet signal or not, and do it. Have you got one? If you haven't, on the way out, buy one. Buy one on the way. And it's not a fortune. They're not like $1,000 each. Go out and get it. Have you got the power bank that charges your cell phone and iPad? So when you're showing presentations, your batteries are not going flat. When you're using your live streams and filling it out on your phones, it's not going dead. Get one. Notebook. Ladies' laptop bag. That's not an easy thing to find. It's a lady's handbag that takes a laptop in. Our iPad covers. You know? There's the DuePoint pin. If you're earning money, you can get one. If you've got just 165 Rand in your account, go and get to say, I'm building my fortune. Guys, before you leave today, go past the counter, look in the display cabinet, and get it. Most importantly, get your business cards. It's the single most powerful tool you can have as a channel builder. Have you got your business cards? And have the guys in your channel got the business cards? Because that's how you become effective. You're not putting food on the table with DuePoint. You're building your dreams. Get the business cards before you go out today. All right. You'll see how passionate I am about this. I cry bitter tears when I see you guys fail. And I whoop with joy when I see you succeed. I've got another company down the road. I can carry on doing what I do down there, and life would not change for me. But I want to change the lives of South Africans. I want to change the environment I live in. I don't want people waking up with the same concerns as I do every morning. I know the pain and the weight of those. I want them gone. But I can't do it for you. I can't do it for anybody. I can only put the tools in your hands. And you've got to make the decision. And people are going to disappoint you. We always say there's only one problem in a business, and it always has two legs. Okay? People are very disappointing. This is not about pleasing people. This is about numbers. You've got to get through the 100 to find the one. The one is in there. Now, what can be really disappointing is the one could be number 1 and number 200, which means you get him on your first strike and you don't get another one until you hit 200. It's a little bit like the debit audits, you see. There's one in each 100, but they're on the furthest ends. You've got to go through the process to get there, and you've got to practice. You will get better in time. How do I talk to my boss? How do I talk to my friend? I don't know. Practice. Fail on a whole bunch until you get good, and then keep going. Okay. Guys, we're changing our lives here. I want us to be free. Freedom is what we buy here. Use what we've got. Get plugged in and get started. All right. Thanks, guys. Any questions, grab us outside. Thanks for watching live as well, guys.